What's good? It's your boy Will, back in the building with another video. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into a review of the Maono PD100X, which is a budget-friendly dynamic gaming microphone. Whether you're a gamer, streamer, content creator, or just someone looking for a great budget microphone, this may be a great option for you. Some of the key features here with this microphone is the included tabletop stand. Of course, you got your RGB functionality with the colors. You also have XLR and USB inputs on this microphone. This microphone also includes software which helps you dial in your voice when it comes to EQ, compressors, limiters. And do you believe you get all of this for 40 bucks, which I think is an insane value. In this video, I'll be testing out the Maono PD100X, sharing all of its features in detail from sound tests of XLR versus USB, and comparing it to a few Fifine mics I have here in my studio. So if you're new to the content creator game and you're looking for a great budget option, this video should be able to help you out. Maono did provide this microphone for me to review, but like all reviews on my channel, everything in this video is my opinion and what I think about the product. My goal here with my channel is to help you guys with budget options when it comes to content creation, budget tech, and filmmaking gear. So if that's something that you're into, please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so that way you can come back and hang out with me on future videos. So let's go ahead, jump into the unboxing of this microphone, and let's see what this has to offer. Let's go. First thing you get out of the box is going to be your user manual, which will give you all of the information about this microphone, how to set it up, and everything you need to know. Next thing is going to be your 2-in-1 USB-C to USB-A cable. Next thing you get is a 3/8 to 5/8 adapter. You basically use this to convert the connection if you're using a stand or like a tabletop stand. Next thing is going to be your tabletop stand. It's some cushion right here at the bottom of the tabletop stand so it doesn't like scratch your desk or anything. Lastly, you get your microphone. First thing to notice here is you do have like your wind foam screen. Here is your front dynamic microphone capsule of the Maono microphone. If I twist this knob here, the tension loosens on the microphone, and then to like lock it in place, you just tighten it, and then now it pretty much stays. At the bottom of here, you have a 3/8 and 5/8 connection. If you're using a tabletop stand or a boom arm, you have both options to connect it. You have your control knob. What's cool about this is a 2-in-1, and it's going to control your headphone volume and also the microphone gain knob. On the back of this, you can see your USB-C connection and XLR. You also have the RGB button to switch between the multiple different RGB modes that we'll check out in a minute, and you have a headphone jack for real-time audio monitoring. The actual mount is made out of like metal, but the overall microphone is made out of plastic, so it's super lightweight and compact. You can see your Maono logo right here on the side. They also have one up top here. The mute button is a touch sensitive, it's not a physical press, but overall it looks very sleek and minimalistic. I do love that even with the lights off, it's kind of like a transparent white kind of color, which means it will pretty much fit in any color scheme setup. Enough talking about this microphone. We're gonna go now and jump into the computer so we can do some sound tests and comparison to see what this microphone has to offer. If you choose this microphone as an output on your computer, you'll actually be able to listen back to videos, or any sound played on your computer will come from this headphone jack right here. Look at the lights. I'm not sure if you can see it well. This definitely is giving like lava lamp vibes. You see I have orange, green, blue, purple, and then you have off. So we'll leave it back on that, and then if you hold it down for 2 seconds, it goes off as well. On the mic itself, you have a 2-in-1 knob. When the lights at the bottom are white, you are adjusting the mic gain. When the lights at the bottom are blue, you are adjusting the headphone volume. You press the knob in to switch between mic gain and headphone volume. There is a touch sensitive mic mute button which turns the LEDs red, letting you know that you're muted. Now we are testing out the Maono PD100X dynamic microphone. This is the audio quality test using its USB functionality. If I unmuted it, now I'm back. Kind of does have like a pop ring sound, so something to keep in mind. I am about maybe few inches away, maybe about 6 inches, we'll say. If I go to the side, it starts to reject sound. And if I go to this side, it starts to reject sound, but it sounds super clear when I'm right in front of it. Peter Piper picked a pepper. You can hear some plosive sound. With these mics, if you kind of turn it off to the side a little bit, when I make noise or sounds, it goes kind of past the mic. Peter Pepper picked a piper. It's a little bit more controllable. Let's hear some noise floor. How does it sound? I can hear like kind of noise in the background. I think my neighbor is playing music. I can slightly hear that. I'm not sure if it's being picked up. This is straight out of the microphone itself. No EQ, compression, none of that fancy stuff. This is raw audio. This is a dynamic microphone, so there is no need for 48-volt phantom power. Cardio pickup pattern, as I just showed you, how it drains out sound from back and the sides of the microphone. If I come real close to this, I'm like almost eating the microphone about an inch away. This is what the audio sounds like that. If I back up a little bit, now I'm about 3 inches away. And if I go back even further, this is maybe about a foot. That's what this sounds like. And if I'm like back here, far away, test 1 2 1 2. And for mic gain, I am all the way up. Now I'm about 75% of the way. Test 1 2. Kind of got to find that sweet spot for sound. I think this is kind of it right here. I think that sounds pretty good to me. You got a good amount of gain for headphones on this mic. So yeah, we're gonna now switch to XLR and let's test that out. I am now using this with XLR through my Scarlett Solo audio interface. This is the sound quality you can expect out of this microphone. Really, the question here is, I'm wondering if it sounds better with XLR or USB, or is it really just the same exact sound quality? I am now about 3 inches away from here. When you touch this mic, of course, it's picking, it's like super sensitive, picking up the sound. Same if I'm tapping on the desk, I can hear this. It's nice that they include the free tabletop stand, but I feel like you may want to get a mic stand. Once you use this with XLR, you no longer can do tap to mute. Same for like the volume of gain. That is now the audio interface's job to do. Let's say if I had a Xbox controller and wondering how does that sound picking that up. I feel like as a gamer, you're not going to want to be super close to this. So I guess maybe somewhere about here. Now I'm at max gain on the audio interface, and because I kind of feel like most people will be pretty far away while they're kind of gaming. So test 1 2 1 2. We are now going to do some tests with 2 other microphones. These 2 microphones are in the same kind of budget category as this microphone, so we're going to do some tests and compare it. Now we are testing out the Fifine K688, which is a dynamic microphone as well. I am going to do these comparisons with USB, just kind of listening to this. It feels very podcasty, like it's more boomy compared to the Maono microphone. I definitely could notice that right off the gate. But again, these are similar offerings in the same price range. Peter Piper picked a pepper. Same scenario. I can hear the plosives. What do you guys think about this? How does this sound compared to the Maono microphone? I am at max volume on this. This does have a shock mount. Microphone check with the Fifine K688. Now we're going to switch to the AM8. This is a mic test of the Fifine AM8 dynamic microphone. So how does this microphone sound compared to the other 2 that we just tested out? I'm about 3 inches away. If I turn this up more, hey, test 1 2. Peter Piper picked a pepper. Peter Piper picked a pepper. This one sounds a little bit more flat compared to the K688. I guess it could be slightly mid-rangey. I don't really hear much highs. It's mostly like mid-range, and it's not a lot of bass as I'm tapping here around on the desk. Overall, it's a good sound quality in my opinion. Now we're back on the Maono PD100X microphone. This is it attached to a boom arm, so you can kind of see the vibes it's given. When I tap now on the desk, if there's a big difference, it sounds better to me than, you know, the tabletop stand. That's what this would sound like if I was gaming. It's picking up the sounds a little bit. One good thing is it does use USB, so right out the gate you can purchase this for 50 bucks and have better quality if you're using like a headset. This one feels a little bit more brighter. The K688 definitely felt more bassy. This one felt kind of mid-rangey in a way, and this one it's given like brighter, warmer. You be the judge. You let me know, what do you think down in the comment section. My neighbor, he is a DJ, and he going in right now. He going ham. I can hear it in my room without headphones, but when I just listen back to the recording, I don't hear it picking up. So this dynamic microphone is doing a great job of blocking out some of the ambient noise in the background. There's a plane going by right now. Can you hear it? And then also, like, I'm gonna be quiet. Do you hear him DJing? It feels like you have to be very close to this microphone for it to pick up. I just listened back to all three of the microphones, and this is what I came up with. With the Maono microphone, using its USB, it sounds a little mid-rangey to me, and it also sounds a little bit muddy. The XLR sounds better to me, a little bit warmer and a little bit more clear. Both of the Fifine microphones kind of make the Maono microphone sound a little flat. One thing with all three of these microphones, they all have a little bit slight difference of characteristics when it comes to frequency. You can always edit all three of the microphones with EQ to be slightly different from however you want to enhance your voice. Let me know down in the comment section, which one do you think sounds best to you? I think the determining factor is going to be the aesthetic of the microphone itself. When it comes to the aesthetic, out of these three microphones, which one do you think looks the best? Another cool feature with the Maono microphone is the Maono Link software that we're about to hop into right now. Let's look at standard and advanced modes. This is my microphone, so it just muted the microphone. Microphone gain is, so I can adjust it. You can see the tone, and right now this is the original tone of the microphone. If I tap this is natural. I notice it sounds like it drained out more of the background, so you have that. Then this is legacy. I'm assuming like legacy Maono microphones. This is deep. I sound a little bit more manlier, I guess. Super cool. Like, just a few buttons. I already customized this microphone to sound better than the original, or more of my preference in a sense. You have RGB right here. I could actually turn it off. I didn't even notice, but there is brightness. So this is 100%. It seems like it kind of starts on 40% without software. Another thing I noticed, like I said, you have the orange, green, blue, purple, and like the rainbow color. You could actually do pulse. So this makes the RGB effects kind of like pulsate, and I can choose the 5 different color effects. And then you have dynamic. You have 3, and this is actually cool. So this is level meter, and you see as I get quiet, the RGB lights are affected that way. It's almost like music mode on LEDs. Super cool. Then you have dynamic 2. It's just doing like a custom color changing mode. And then you have dynamic 1, which does that. How cool is that? For 50 bucks, you get this free software, and you can do even more fun RGB stuff. Clicking into advanced real quick, this now gives you more EQ settings. Right now my EQ is flat. This is a high pass filter. This is like a boost of the mid range, and you can kind of see it's like a high pass filter plus the boost. I can click here and I can actually go to customize, and I could add more 1K. Here's 10K. So, ooh, that sounds kind of beautiful to me. I really love that. This is 100, so I can take that all the way out. You can hear like the low end went out of my voice, or I can make myself sound a little more bassier. There is advanced options if you like, you know, want to control more frequency ranges. Last but not least, you have limiter, compressor, and like noise reduction. Look how beautiful that sounds right there. And all I did was just click a few buttons. This is super cool, very easy to use, very easy to understand. Just with the software alone, I feel like this microphone is definitely worth it. I did try to plug in my Fifine microphones with the software, and the software said, oh no sir, this is not a Maono microphone. For a dynamic microphone, the PD100X does a great job of isolating your voice and reducing background noise. This is perfect for noisy environments like AC running in the background, maybe PC fans, or your noisy neighbor DJ who likes to play music really loud while you're trying to record YouTube videos. The Maono PD100X is priced competitively in the gaming and streaming mic market. For what it offers, a mix of USB and XLR inputs, decent build quality, and solid sound performance, is definitely a bang for buck option. Pros and cons. The first pro here is for its price. It's like 50 bucks and you get all of this really cool stuff. You get cool RGB modes. You get the Maono Link software, which really takes the USB microphone game to the next level. My next pro here is the versatility. This microphone uses USB and also XLR. Another thing to notice is the Maono software can only be used with its USB. Another pro here is the software. Like, you don't have to be an audiophile to get really good audio quality out of this microphone. My first con is going to be that really sensitive tap to mute button. It's so simple to like try to reach to the gain knob and then you accidentally hit mute. Another thing is the included tabletop stand. I feel like that makes the microphone a little bit more sensitive. You definitely want to invest in a boom microphone stand. It felt like every little tap it was picking it up, and this microphone doesn't have a shock mount, so every little vibration was getting picked up in the recording. So is the Maono PD100X worth it? In my opinion, absolutely yes. Whether you're just starting your streaming journey or looking for a reliable upgrade, I really think that this is the perfect fit, especially for its budget price. If you're interested in picking one of these microphones up, I will leave links down in the description. I'll also leave the links to the review that I did on the Fifine K688 and the Fifine AM8 in case you want to learn more about those two microphones. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something. If you did, please don't forget to leave your boy a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I'm gonna holla at y'all next time in my next video. Deuces.